And we are live. What it do, everybody? You already know what it is. We are back with the MK podcast, episode 1. And today we're going to be reacting to a Terry Joel video, and we are going to be speaking on any available information that we come across upon the California wildfire situation. And before we even get started on that, I would like to say shout out to the first responders. Immediately respond to this, putting their lives on the line. And I'd like to send my condolences and prayers to any lost individuals or animals that have unfortunately came to their conclusion due to this unforeseen circumstance that I think was man manipulated. So with that being said, Kane, would you have any things that you would like to say before I go ahead and play the two intros that I got?
Yeah, man, you already know what it is. uh, it's sad to see this type of stuff happening and going on, but we live in a world where if it was man-made, people are fucking greedy. There's an elite group of people who want shit all for themselves. So, and they don't care who pays the expense for it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into this shit, man. I'm curious to see what Terry Joel talking about.
All right. So first, let's go.
There's a version of you that never sleeps in, never skips training, never wastes time. There's a version of you who never fails. It is waiting for you. Genuinely ask yourself a question, you at home. If you had done those things for the last 2 years, you never skipped a training, you never wasted time, you never scrolled TikTok, you never sat aimlessly on the internet typing in garbage, never played video games, you never wasted time. You never skipped training, you were training every single day. You never slept in, you were never lazy. There's this version of you. Imagine the person you would be.
Imagine the person you would be. Imagine the person we'd all be. Kane, you have any thoughts you want to share on that quick message? That's the new intro that I will be playing for the foreseeable time going forward.
Man, that's 100% facts. A lot of us, especially in our early years, we tend to throw away the opportunities that we have to reach our max potential. Not really max potential, but to reach a much higher level at an earlier age in our life than what we're currently working towards now. And it's because we got distracted by the simple pleasures in life, such as video games and technology and all that other shit. That's facts, though.
All right. So without further ado, we're going to be reacting to my guy, Terry Joel. Shout out to my guy, Terry Joel, man. The video is called She Sent Me a Video on Snapchat when she was in the bed of another man. So we're going to be watching this.
Oh,
And I can't wait to speak on this.
Oh, hell no.
So, guys, it is video request time, and we're about to talk about this because the women of today are a different breed. There's just something about it that they want to cause as much pain to men for whatever that reason as possible. So we're going to speak about this topic because this happened to a fella around Christmas time, as he says. Basically, his ex, and this makes for a good video topic. Basically, his ex sends him a Snapchat video of her in bed with another dude. Now, that's low. That's low. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Women who do those things, they are doing it because they want you to some degree. And it might sound crazy, but it can work on some dudes. It's not going to work on a dude like me because if I saw something like that, bro, it's like, this is disgusting. This it doesn't matter who it is. This is disgusting. That's going to push me away further, not propel me to want to get her because, oh my God, she's with some other guy, and it makes you want her more. Nah, no, sir. It's going to make you want her less. But some dudes, bro, I don't know what it is. They see something like that. It gets in their head. It makes them jealous. They want to get her even more. And it's completely insane.
Now, any guy that you get a video from a bitch laying in bed with another nigga and you think that's grounds to chase, nigga, that's grounds for you to be erased. You are every definition of Simpson, every character, Homer, Bart, and the rest of them niggas. That is absolutely insane, bro. And this is my thing. Like, Nowadays, you have a lot of like relationship coaches, and guys will be talking about like, these different techniques and all this other bullshit that you can basically utilize to manipulate your situation. And nowadays it's becoming like a polar effect where the ladies, they think they can do the same game. Like that lady, bro, like if y'all aren't in a relationship, she sees you with a bunch of girls and she's like already likes you, that's just gonna turn her on even more. But as a guy, if you see a girl with a bunch of niggas, that makes her look like the best definition of swamp trash. So any dude who falls for that isn't a man. I'd argue he's a transgender. So do you have any opinions on that, Kane?
That's some Ian Gary type shit right there, straight up. Like if you're a dude and you're chasing after a female who sent you a video of her in bed getting railed by another dude, or even just laying there by another dude, and you sitting around saying, "Who I gotta get her," what the fuck is going on in your mind, bro? Like hell to the no, straight up. That's all I gotta say is hell to the no.
I don't understand you guys that are like that. I really don't. Like, how does that make you want her more? Like, she's basically holding up a sign saying, I'm a 304. And you want a 304.
She's basically holding up a sign saying I'm a 304. Dude, literally fucking facts. Facts.
Oh yeah, you can't make this shit up, bro. Like dudes will sit there and see
Four.
the shit that's wrong with a female and still say, "I want that." Like hell no, and it's because they've never had like pussy before. And them the type of dudes that be chasing after females like that are dudes who have never had pussy before, and it's the only interaction they've ever had with a female. Them the type of dudes that do that shit.
Nah, for real. That's 100% facts, dude. And these dudes are like, oh, yeah, even though she's doing that, I'm just going to stay to myself. I'm going to play Fortnite. I'm not going to go hang out with nobody. I'm just going to sit there. And they really be thinking like on some like high school musical type shit. Whole time she's getting dog pounded and railed out and smacked and stuffed and all different types of activities. Meanwhile, he's sitting over there gritting his teeth, playing red light, green light on Call of Duty, just swearing he wants that girl so bad.
Can't make it up.
Come on, bro. So, this type of stuff is quite disturbing to see the amount of pain that women want to inflict on men today. You don't see men doing this stuff, bro. You don't see men taking the time out of their day to inflict as much pain on women as possible and play all these psychological head games. Like, if a man goes with another woman, he's just gonna go cheat with another woman or do something with another woman. He's not gonna like, oh look, I'm in bed with some other girl. Look at this. I might as well send this to my ex.
100% facts.
Guys don't be doing that, bro. Women do. Women clearly do. There's something about it, bro. They just, I don't know if it's the water in the world today that they're drinking that's making them like that. I don't know what's going on, but
No, no, Terry, I'll tell you what it is, brother. It ain't got nothing to do with the water that they're drinking. It's that there's no consequence for their bullshit. So, scripture tells you, and I'll let Cain say the verse, but scripture talks about why God will hold women like this accountable in the end times. And Cain, if you could quote the scripture, that'd be awesome. Just to put a little bit of reference on this, because a lot of people don't understand the power of the pussy to the pussies.
God says to stay away from people like that because He knows.
Nope, the woman who makes the man stumble scripture.
Yeah, the woman who makes them there's gonna be more females who go to hell than dudes because females lead men astray. They cause men to stumble because they understand the desires that men have for them. Because obviously God put those desires in man's heart to recreate. That's why He created marriage. But women also understand the power that they have, and so God holds women accountable as well for the deception and the misleading that they cause and when they cause men to stumble like that. That's the 100% facts. That's why you got to do like what Joseph did to Potiphar's wife when she tried to get with him. That boy ran. That's what you got to do. You got to run because you going to fall and you going to fall hard. And that's 100% facts.
it's probably the cell phone. It's probably there's a lot of psychological stuff going on with today's women, and it's pretty clear. It's not normal human behavior, but yet around Christmas time, really? You do that to some dude around Christmas time? Really? What does that tell you guys? She wants to inflict as much psychological pain onto this guy as she possibly can, and she probably succeeded. But if you guys are ever in a situation where you see something even remotely close to as bad as that, you have to just view it as a joke. This is a joke. Like this woman ate nothing. Her value is lower because she did this. Her value is lower because she's with another dude. Your value is lower because the amount of dudes you're racking up is higher and higher and higher. You fail more and more and more. Why are you failing so much? Why?
Bro, that's 100% facts. And that's the reason why I say it's a polar effect, because a girl doesn't want to get with a guy who's a virgin because he doesn't have experience. He doesn't know what he's doing. A girl, she wants to get with a guy who, yeah, he hasn't done it with a million girls, but he has experience. Whereas guys, we prioritize girls that don't got a lot of fucking experience because it's a turnoff when you know a bunch of dudes that put their measuring sticks up in that gooch. So that's the 100, you know what I'm saying, that ushka gushwa. So whenever, you know, that's the reality, it becomes very, very, it's actually, it works in itself in a way like sort of like a repellent. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the most disgusting thing. Like a simp, he'll pay for it, and because he is basically entertaining the fact that he can buy his way into the box. But any real man, if he knows you've been dug out like the fucking bases whenever Shohei hits a home run, then that nigga's running away from you. Or he's just gonna hit it and quit it. He's gonna pump and dump you like Dogecoin.
Oh yeah, he gonna
And gooch just belongs to a nigga, so take that back and ushka guwa. We ain't gonna say no gooch. You gay niggas got excited. Y'all thought I was coming to the other side for a second.
hell no, they gonna commit a hit and run. That's what I like to call it, a hit and run. They gonna hit it and run. So yeah, man. Like I tell you right now, if I know a female's been fucking ran through, I'm staying the hell away from that chick. I might not even want to hit it and quit it. I might just like fuck you, bro. What type of diseases are you carrying? Type shit, you know? Like get away from me. Like like that's one thing. Like I get hoes are hoes, I get it, but I can't stand hoes because they're a part of what's wrong with the like the single parent homes and shit. Because if they would quit opening their fucking legs, they would quit getting pregnant by ain't shit dudes. That's a fact.
And then on top of that, like, especially when you're a cyber hoe, because when you're a cyber hoe, you got a cyber footprint, and it's like you'll get with a nigga and you'll be quiet. He won't even know you a hoe. I mean, but a real nigga can tell by the way you suck that dick or take it if you a hoe, because you doing too many tricks, bitch. But even if you don't say anything, all of a sudden your past will start speaking. So man, you cyber hoes need to calm down, because eventually y'all gonna want to be housewives. But y'all know the old adage.
That's 100% facts, bro. Like fucking what's her name? Old girl Riley Reed. You know, like
Mia Khalifa.
hell no, bro. I feel bad for the dude that married her. Like hell to the no.
Yo, Kang, tell chat what that dude said to Mia Khalifa in the restaurant.
Oh, dude, I'll never forget one time. Fucking, I seen a video, a clip of her in an interview, and she was talking about what it was like being a fucking, an adult star and shit, and how stressful and fucking emotionally draining it is, and this, that, and the third. She was talking. She was at like some type of business lunch or some shit, talking business with somebody. It was probably about some fucking adult shit. But this couple walks up to her, like legit. This couple walks up to her, says, "Hey, Mia Khalifa, can I get a picture with you? I'm a huge fan." And she's like, "No, I'm busy eating right now in a meeting. Can't you see that?" And he's like, "Fine, your face looks better with nut on it anyways," and fucking walks away. And she said that she had to go to the bathroom and fucking, because she started crying and all types of shit, bro. And it's just like, what the fuck do you expect, ho? Your shit is on the internet for everybody to see for free, and you over here crying because some dude said that your shit's on the internet for everybody to see for free. You can't make it up, bro. You can't make it up.
Why are you with so many different men? Because you're a failure. That is why. There's plenty of women who get relationships right at a young age. They're not failures. And I understand it doesn't necessarily make you an automatic failure. If you were in a relationship and you're still single and you're not the youngest, it doesn't automatically make you a failure, but a lot of the time it does. Because why are you with so many different dudes? Why are you with a dude right now in bed and send it to your ex? You're a straight up loser. Like, guys, I'm making this video because you guys need to hear this. And something else too. I just don't get how this act, like, bro, how could you be fooled? How could you be fooled for that to like get to you? Like, can you not see what's happening? Because if you can see what's happening, you should be perfectly fine. But
The power of the pussy makes pussies pussies.
That's a fact, bro. It makes dudes, and I blame Drake for this, for being a fucking a celebrity simp. That's his fault.
if you don't see what's happening, oh my God, like you're fooled, bro. You're fooled. You're actually fooled. Come on, bro. Do you not understand that this is a game? Something's flying in the air. I don't know what it is. Do you guys not understand that this is a game being played? You should know, oh, she's playing a game. She's doing that to try to do this. So why is it affecting you like that? Why is it affecting you that she did that when you know it's a game? That's what doesn't make sense. And also, for those of you guys that are new here, don't forget to come subscribe to the channel that you're on. And also, come follow me on Instagram. Exact same username as here on YouTube. This is, something that we're speaking about now that's actually kind of common in today's society, which is insane. That is common. But it's the truth. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of pain being caused. It's creating these gender wars. It's creating these gender wars. It's creating men to hate women more and more and more. Women already hate men more and more and more. Why are they doing that stuff in the first place? It's funny and amazing how terrible a woman can be. Fail in a relationship with a dude who's got it all going on. Blame him because of her own failures. Try to get back at him and do all this kind of crazy stuff. Like, you failed. You have failed your own relationship. And now you pull these kinds of cards because of your failure. Women cannot take accountability. Women cannot take blame for anything. If they did something bad to you, it's your fault. It's your fault because they did something bad to you in a woman's eyes. Just because you exist, it's your fault. Just because.
And that is the logic of a retard. And obviously he's not speaking for all women, because some women are still, just like there's guys out there that are retards. But if you push me on the ground and then say, it's your fault I pushed you on the ground, I'm going to knock your fucking head off. But that's the logic that they're using,
Right? It's like a chick goes out there and she's in a relationship with some dude that she has an attraction for, obviously, that she wants to be with him. But she goes out with her friends and whatnot. She knows the fucking place that she's going to, whether it's a bar, whether it's a club, whatever. Gets drunk. Maybe she's not even drunk. She's just in the vibe. And she starts kissing on some dude. Next thing you know, they start fucking. Somehow, some way, she gonna find a way to blame her boyfriend for breaking up with her, for cheating on him. Somehow, some way. And it's just like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, man. And any nigga that lets his girl go out in general, nigga, you better be willing to share. Because alcohol does wondrous things to people. You'd be surprised, homie.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the females. They get too loose.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were around her. It's your fault. If you weren't around, then I wouldn't have done that, is what they say. No shit. How could you have?
If you were around, I wouldn't have done that.
Just like I said, she'll find a way. She will find a way to blame her fucking boyfriend.
You literally can't make this up, but we'll come back to this video. But yeah, Terry, my guy, I know you're going to see this reaction. So I just had to say, man, that holds for the streets, bro. And you want to know like how it got like this. It's because there's no consequence for their bullshit. You know that though, my guy. So with that being said, Kane, any last words on that topic?
That's 100% facts, bro. And honestly, you can tell a female's a hoe by the way they act, by the way they carry themselves. It's hard to tell if they're a hoe by the way they dress, because there's a lot of actual women out there who dress similar to how hoes dress. But you can tell by the way they carry themselves, bro, and the energy they give off. If you can't see that shit, you're just fucking retarded, bro, straight up. And then when you get mad because she did what hoes do, look in the fucking mirror and punch yourself in the face about 100 times.
Yeah, for real, bro, because that's another thing, and I'm glad you touched on that aspect. The truth of the matter is a lot of people don't actually want to be real about what attire their girlfriend wears in certain places and what message it sends. There's a lot of messages being sent without any verbal representation. there's you have many different senses. You have auditory, which is what you hear. You have sensory, which is what you feel, or I guess you would say your emotion. And obviously, you have visual, which is what you perceive. So, what type of visual messages is your bitch? Oh, oops, excuse my language. No, actually, your bitch. What type of visual messages is she sending? And if they're not anything that's conducive to a healthy relationship, then you need to give it off to the streets because one thing about stop signs is they don't belong in your house. They belong on the streets.
That's 100% facts, bro. And when I hear people talk about, ooh, my boyfriend doesn't let me wear this and that, he's
He's
controlling me.
insecure.
Shut your bitch ass up. I guarantee you that if he was around a bunch of other females or he was dressing in a way that attracted other females, you'd be mad as hell because all these other girls, and obviously it's gonna make you work to keep him even more. But you still be mad because you're like, bro, come on now. You should only be like trying to dress to impress me and whatnot. It's the same fucking thing, bro. It's the double standards at the
Well,
end of
yeah,
the
they'll
day.
wear something that's got half their tit out, and they'll wear some pants that got their pussy hairs showing. And it's like if I walked up in the club with a speedo on and one of those fucking tank tops that hang off my shoulder, and I say, "Nah, man, I'm just this what I wanted to wear." Like that's how they be acting, man. Niggas would be looking at me like I'm zesty, and girls will be looking at me like they want to see what I'm packing. I mean, you literally can't
Right.
make this up. But anyways, that's a whole fire in itself. But speaking of fires, we're going to talk about the wildfires going on in California. Now, I will say I am not educated on this matter because, man, there's just so much bullshit going on. I got to take care of what I got to take care of. But it does matter to me because what's happening there could be in our backyard. So it's never a good thing to basically dismiss other people's um, inconveniences. Now, could some of this be doctored and manipulated to send a certain narrative? Particularly, yes. But there are people who lost their lives and lost their homes. So with that being said, we have to speak on this. And I'm just going to look at what X has to say about it. You know, you can look up anything on there, and they'll have different opinions. So we're going to check it out for a bit and give our thoughts and reactions. And if you're in here and you haven't hit the like button, you are a butterscotch Boston baked biscuit bitch. Okay. An apocalyptic sunrise in Los Angeles, California as smoke from wildfires blankets in the sky.
Never, ever, ever seen anything like this. I've been living here for 6 years. There's so much smoke that it is blocking the sun. You can actually see it. This is wild.
And you know, the crazy part about that is, can you hear me? Oh, crazy part about that is a lot of times they say LA is the city of angels. And I actually spoke to Kane about this recently. I think LA is the city of fallen angels. So, you know, they are the gatekeepers for a lot of musicians, for a lot of actors, and all these different things that seem like they are practices that were taught from the Nephilim. You know, when you, as a woman, you think you can really secure your career as a model. You go to these places, you get dolled up, maked up, you end up having to fuck all these different CEOs and record label officials to get anywhere, and that's if you get anywhere. Um, you know, LA is the place where a lot of people think it's like heaven, but I'd argue it's more related to hell. So you know these wildfires take place a lot of times because the condition of the land it's pretty dry out there, um, and a lot of times these things get started intentionally to send off a political message. Now I'm not going to say in this scenario that that happened, but it is pretty crazy if this isn't Photoshop or AI, which is crazy that I even have to say that. You can't just look at something and say that's what it is nowadays. But if that's true, dude, that's fucking insane. That looks like an apocalyptic like sunset. Like that looks like that's not even the sun, bro. That's smoke and fire. So that looks like something that'll be like a level 1 scary sight to see during, you know, the end times. What do you think about that?
It almost, to me, it almost resembles like a warning for California to repent before like it gets destroyed type stuff. That's what it looks like to me. That's looking at that shit is mesmerizing. To me, it's mesmerizing, but it's crazy at the same time. Like I've always been mesmerized by nature, like tornadoes and fires and fucking storms and all that shit. But at the same time, people lose their lives and shit, and it sucks. It's horrible. But it looks to me like it's like a warning, like repent now before you die, before judgment is rendered upon you, type stuff. That's what it looks like to me.
Interesting take. So we got Harry sissified ass nigga. Let's see what he had to say. Trump's statement on the California wildfires is absolutely disgusting. Now is not the time for politics and lies. It's time for unity and leadership, something Trump knows nothing about. Truly abhorrent. See, I could tell by this nigga's last name that he was a bitch before I even read this tweet. So let's read what Top G Trump had to say about this. Governor Gavin Newsom. Governor Gavin Newsom. Newsom. What the fuck? Refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snowmelt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the areas that are currently burning in a virtually apocalyptic way. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it less water. It didn't work, but didn't care about the people of California. Now, the ultimate price is being paid. I will demand that this governor, a competent governor, allow beautiful, clean, fresh water to flow into California. He is to blame for this. On top of it all, no water for fire hydrants, not firefighting planes. A true disaster. Dude, there's nothing that he said in there that was rude or... Dude, it's all facts. This could have all been avoided if Mr. Newcomb would have fucking listened and quit being a stupid bitch that would rather sit around and try to normalize pedophilia, but not take care of the conditions of what's going on with this motherfucking terrain out there that's causing people to burn. Now, this sissified ass nigga, all he did was give me an alley hoop because I didn't even know Trump spoke on this. But Trump is speaking facts. So now you're going to pay the price. And hopefully you stupid fucks will put real water in there and let it flow and listen to your daddy. Because now you don't have a choice, bitch. He's in office. Can't stand these niggas, man. They'll hate about anything. I swear, bro. What do you have to speak on this about Mr. Sissy? And then also what do you have to say in regards to what Trump said?
I think new, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I think he needs to be impeached for his negligence of leading his state. That's 100% facts. He needs to be impeached and put away for a minimum of at least 20 years, at least, because he's done horribly by California. As far as that dude goes that said all that shit, he's gay as fuck, but there's nothing you can really do about it because people voice their opinions all the time. So,
Facts. And let's see what Trump had to say regarding this for all you Trump sensitive, sissified ass faggots. Oh, shit. Hold up, y'all.
Water. I said, do you have a drought? No, we don't have a drought. I said, why do you have no water? Because the water isn't allowed to flow down. It's got a natural flow from Canada all the way up north. Water, more water than they could ever use. And in order to protect a tiny little fish, the water up north gets routed into the Pacific Ocean. Millions and millions of gallons of water gets poured. I could have water for all of that land, water for your forests. You know, your forests are dry as a bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dangerous.
That water could be routed. You know, you could have everything. Oh, not only dangerous, billions of dollars a year they spend on forest fires. And, you know, there's a case with the environment. They're not allowed to rake their forests because you're not allowed to touch it. And all they have to do is clean their forest, meaning rake it up, get rid of the leaves, get rid of, leaves that are sitting there for 5 years. And
we'll certainly get rid of the dead fall.
And get rid of the trees that are falling.
Yeah.
That, they said.
What do you have to say about that?
like I said, he needs to get impeached for his.
He said this 3 months ago, too.
He needs to get impeached for neglecting.
What were you saying?
I said he needs to get impeached for neglecting his state. I mean, they don't. To protect the fucking fish, bro, take the fucking fish and put it in a habitat and let it fucking reproduce and protect it that way. What type of, you can't make this shit up, bro. There's gotta be, I guarantee you that's probably just the scapegoat reason as to why they're doing it. Why they're doing it. This is the reason that they use, the excuse.
Because of wildfires in California, Los Angeles rescuers have ordered the evacuation of more than 100,000 residents of neighborhoods near Hollywood. Hundreds of buildings have already been destroyed, including the mansions of celebrities such Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, as well as Paris Hilton. Wow. Celebrities living in the upscale Pacific Palisades neighborhood have also fled their homes. Under threat, including the Hollywood Walk of Fame and the Dolby Theater, where the Academy Awards ceremony is being held. Because of the fires, it was postponed for 2 days. About 1 million people were left without electricity, and water supply systems failed in some residential complexes. The area of fires exceeded 10,000 hectares and continues to grow. Damage from them may exceed $50 billion. Authorities warn that the fires may intensify due to wind. Nigga, I could be a news anchor. But, this is very unfortunate, and this could have all been avoided. But now that it's happened, the solution is to fucking listen. People can sit around and they can make all these stupid ass conspiracies. They could put tinfoil hats on their head and up their ass while they're at it. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to stop letting your pride get in the way of reason and logic. A lot of these people, they know Trump is speaking the truth, but because they feel a certain type of way, they don't want to accept the truth. And one of the greatest things that I heard from Coach Corey Wayne is you can ignore the truth, but you can't ignore reality. So this is the reality of what's going to fucking happen. Hundreds of thousands of people, millions are left without water and electricity because of your negligence, stupid fucks. So this needs to change because this isn't okay. Being someone that walked up and down the streets of Hollywood Boulevard, went all around LA, it's a beautiful place, but it's a beautiful place that has been neglected. And when anything that you have, whether it's beautiful or not, when it's neglected, it becomes ugly. If you have a dog, you don't feed it, it becomes skinny. If you have a face and you don't clean it, it becomes dirty. If you have a dick and you don't clean it, it might fall off. You have to take care of the things that you have and who you are. Otherwise, you will be lacking. And eventually, you lack so much, you will self-destruct, which is what you're seeing happen in California. California knows how to fire in the city looking ass. So you have any last words on this?
How many people are in California? Like in general, how many people live in California?
I mean, that's a state.
It's a rhetorical question, and the reason why I say that is because y'all can't legit overthrow your fucking governor, bro. Like, come on now. You can't like when do you say enough is enough? Like, I'm glad I live where I live at because we have a competent leader where I live at, which is great. Fucking awesome. Why can't people come together and say this enough is enough, bro? Like you can't make it up. So part of the blame, not all of it, but part of it also falls on the people that live in California. Why the fuck can we come together and overthrow this motherfucker and get somebody in office who's actually going to give a damn about our state, our land, and everything else in between, our living? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is the governor's fault because he's neglected his state. But it's the people's fault for not taking action too, whether that's leaving the state and finding somewhere else better to live so they didn't lose all their shit, or coming together, figuring out a way to come together, because not all people hate Governor Newsom, which is actually fucking wild. It's actually wild. But there has to come a point where you say enough is enough. And if you can't come to a mutual conclusion, bitch, it's time to leave. I don't give a fuck. It's time to leave.
It's time to go. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and conclude this episode. We are so back, baby. Episode 1. Hope you enjoyed the content. Make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. And if you don't, you're a faggot. And thank you for spending 33 minutes listening to everything I have to say. You are my bitch. Any last words, Kane?
Make sure y'all share with your friends, your families, your mummies, your aunties, your grannies, and everybody else that y'all know. We're going to get the hell up on out of here.
And with that being said,
There's a version of you that never sleeps in, never skips training, never wastes time. There's a version of you who never fails. It is waiting for you. Genuinely ask yourself a question, you at home. If you had done those things for the last 2 years, you never skipped a training, you never wasted time, you never scrolled TikTok, you never sat aimlessly on the internet typing in garbage, you never played video games, you never wasted time. You never skipped training, you were training every single day. You never slept in, you were never lazy. There's this version of you. Imagine the person you would be